if I stand on the step, it would
Okay, we have just started our first video interview. Simon, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm Simon Maple. I work for ZeroTournaround. I'm a technical evangelist, so I absolutely love JRebel, LiveRebel, and all awesome things that help developer productivity like that.
Okay, great to hear that. Poznań is not in the exact neighborhood of London. Can you say what brought you here to our beautiful city?
Sure, yeah. So I was actually getting on a plane to the Caribbean, and unfortunately I got lost, and what can I say? I found myself in Poland. And no, what really happened was I talked to some great guys who are great community guys, and I'm doing a jog tour. So I'm doing, I did Gdansk yesterday, I'm doing Poznań today, and I'm doing a city I can't pronounce tomorrow called Szczecin.
Szczecin, yeah, you almost got it. Yeah.
So yeah, I do try hard to pronounce. But yeah, I'm traveling, and I'm talking about some awesome technical topics such as JVM languages and class loaders, and also giving some demos around JRebel. So yeah, just trying to bring ZeroTournaround to the community.
So your today's topic was, do you really get class loaders? Can you speak more about this?
Yeah, absolutely. So class loaders is one of the lowest constructs of Java. It's what really brings static files into the runtime. It's such a simple API, but can prove so almost deadly in terms of the the runtime and how people actually use it, and also see problems with class loading. So for example, you can get class cast exceptions, you can get all sorts of different exceptions whereby they don't even look like class loader style exceptions. But yeah, I mean, there are so many problems that you can get, and the session was really to give a little bit of, it's not necessarily to try and make people use the class loading API, but to try and tell people that it does matter how you package things, it does matter where things exist in your application or in your shared class loader, because you can get very interesting and delicate problems that do exist, and very, very hard to debug if you haven't seen them before. So it's really to go around that, and also talk about class loading issues such as leaking class loaders. So how when class loaders get brought down and bring back up, for example, if you were to try and reload an object, you can't do that in the typical class loader API. So you have to destroy the entire class loader hierarchy and bring a new one up to recreate that object. And there can be massive problems with that, with the thought of linking from a previous object to a new object, class loaders hanging around, plus all the classes that they have created. So we went through a whole bunch of great stuff like that, and yeah, it'll be online soon, hopefully.
Is JRebel in any way connected with class loaders?
Absolutely, yeah. So JRebel is all about reloading classes live in the runtime. Class loading really is that. It's all about loading. There's nothing about unloading, there's nothing about reloading. So essentially, if you want to reload something, you have to destroy the entire class loading hierarchy, recreate it, and then create your new object. So what JRebel does is it avoids that entirely by reloading classes under the covers. So we've had to get deep down and dirty with a whole bunch of different class loaders, a whole bunch of different containers, and so yeah, JRebel is really tightly coupled with class loaders.
When it will be open sourced?
When it will be open source, that was a great idea. So obviously open sourcing is an awesome idea, and perhaps if we were of the size of Oracle or IBM, that would be an awesome idea. But we're still essentially certainly in the mindset of a startup, and JRebel is our big daddy of our product. So unfortunately, certainly not yet.
Can you tell a bit more about other products from ZeroTournaround?
Sure, yeah. So one of the big things about JRebel is that it's great for a developer, but we were very often asked questions about how people can use JRebel beyond a development experience. So we created a product called LiveRebel, which was originally designed for using JRebel in more of a production style, or beyond development, so QA and pre-prod. So we created LiveRebel, which is a product that does exactly that. And then we realized there's a whole bunch more out there that we could do with LiveRebel, such as full reload, so essentially bringing all servers down, upgrading your applications, and then bringing all servers up. We've also got a zero downtime option, which is bringing partial production environments down, uploading new applications to them, providing all your database schema changes, all your config changes all at once, and then bringing half of your production environment back up, bring the other half down, and do exactly the same. So you're essentially creating an environment where all existing users can still complete their requests, and all future users will hit the latest application. And this is what LiveRebel is. It's all about a product that orchestrates your releases and manages your large deployments.
So continuous delivery, which really works, I presume.
Continuous delivery that brings the developer closer to the operations team and the developer closer to production. So in a continuous integration pipeline, if you imagine something like Jenkins, you can use LiveRebel as a step in Jenkins, because we have a LiveRebel plugin that allows you to not just integrate your code changes and see a build, but then push that into your staging into your staging environment and all the way up to your production environment. So you can, in an iterative fashion, see your code changes that was put in one day and released the same day.
Okay, so we are in the middle of the very beautiful Poznań Old Market Square.
Yeah.
And you just attended one of the most awesome Poznań JUG meetings this year. So how you would recommend other speakers to come and speak in front of our small Poznań crowd?
So I would the Poznań group, actually it was a really good meeting. Certainly the Poznań committee are an awesome team. We're going to go for some more beers soon, and absolutely, I mean, one of the biggest things about my role, about evangelism and about technology in general, is to engage with the community. And for me, there is no better community than the Java user groups, because those are your actual users, those are the actual people using Java on a day-to-day. This isn't corporation, this is community. So I would encourage everyone, if you want to do a serious talk, go to the Java user groups, consider a Java user group tour. I'm doing 3 sessions, as we mentioned earlier, at three different JUGs. I'm doing the same in France. I've got 5 JUGs lined up in France in December. Community is one of the greatest things that Java has, and absolutely I encourage everyone to talk, particularly to the Poznań JUG.
Okay, thank you very much. So imagine that I am a JUG leader from some town in Europe. Mm-hmm. What should I do if I would like to bring you to my meeting, to the meeting of my JUG in my town?
So, if you want to do that, for me personally, you can contact me at simon@ZeroTournaround.com. You can talk to any of us at ZeroTournaround, and you'll almost certainly get forwarded to me. Also, you can talk to us at the Virtual JUG, which is a new JUG that I set up last week, and any messages that get sent there will automatically get sent to me. So yeah, we can connect online anywhere in the world.
Okay, thank you very much for this short interview. Do you want to say something to our future not very well defined audience?
So for a future not very well defined audience, the next Java is Java. Java's the future, so keep coding in Java.
Okay, great, thank you very much.
Thank you.